We all know that we go out for a walk in the trees and fresh air that we feel better. And it turns out there is some really good science as to why that happens. We know that nature exposure, most of this work actually being done in Japan, some of it being done here, nature exposure, even for as little as 10 minutes, significantly lowers the stress hormone cortisol. That has a role to play in terms of neurotransmitters, in terms of what's going on in the gut, in terms of gut permeability, hence inflammation. But nature exposure also directly lowers this inflammation process, which, as I mentioned earlier, severs us from the prefrontal cortex. So nature exposure very quickly allows us the ability to reconnect to the prefrontal cortex, regaining some better decision-making ability and allowing us to be more empathetic, even as it were, towards nature, back towards the environment. And, when we first talk about this, I think people kind of nod their heads thinking, well, I don't live near a national park and
Right.
it's not going to be possible for me. But what the research shows in really good scientifically controlled studies of impulsivity, for example, in the laboratory, is that just showing people a picture of nature for as little as 10 seconds dramatically reduces, for example, the amount of activity in the fear center, in the amygdala, when these individuals are shown threatening photographs. So just 10 seconds of looking at a picture of a natural environment.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed making it. The talking in the beginning was from a podcast that I recently listened to. It was pretty interesting. A while ago I read some books from him as well. It's interesting. I don't know if I necessarily agree with everything, but that doesn't mean they raise important and interesting questions. And I find the topic about how nature, and in particular real wild forests, is important for our health and well-being, very interesting. They gave some tips about some books in that podcast as well that I'm gonna check out. That seems really interesting. We'll see. Det är skönt med sol, Isak. Ja, lite sol på nosen. This video is made possible by all our patrons. I can't believe that there is over 300 persons that finds these videos so good that they want to contribute with a little coffee money. Some of them even contribute with way more than that. But thanks to all our patrons, these videos are possible to make for us. As those of you who have watched these videos for a while now know, we don't have anything behind a paywall. So there is no benefits of being our patrons beyond getting our heartfelt gratitude. We wanted to make it that way so everybody could participate and watch all these videos. Regardless of if they have the means to support us money-wise or not. So thank you very much for all the support we get.
Somehow it feels like I'm more effective now when I have Ivar. When he has his nap times, I go out and do stuff. Like yesterday I de-weeded the whole garden, and that is something that would have taken me days because I don't like to pull the weeds, it's so boring. But now I did it in one day or a few hours, and that felt really good. So I guess those days weigh up those days I don't do anything because I have to be inside or be with Ivar a lot. Another project that has been waiting for some time now is the bathtub. I want to fix it up and so we can start using it, so I can take baths with Ivar. So I guess these couple of days or something, when the weather is more nice, I'm going to start to make something of it. We have to do some kind of wooden but we have to have wood in the bottom of the bathtub so we don't burn ourselves, because we're gonna have a fire underneath it. So gonna make something woody so we can sit on it, and then we'll see if we can use it. It's gonna be exciting. It also feels that I haven't talked a lot alone for these episodes, so it feels like I'm rambling and I don't get the words out right. It's pretty hard to speak to the camera sometimes. It's easier when we are two and doing it together for some reason. Don't know why. The frogs and toads has woken up. So the other day when it was a little bit warmer, they migrated from the little ditch we have beside the sheep. And I guess they were heading down here to the stream. So we had to watch our feet where we put them so we didn't trample on them. And the chicken we put eggs under. It has been now 21 days and just now I heard some chicks sounding underneath her, so I guess we're gonna take a look at them later when they have hatched. So that feels good. At least the garden is now soon ready to plant in. I finished the strawberry box and put earth in it, so all I need now is more plants. Hopefully my mother's strawberries will grow soon and I can take some from her and plant here at our place. I have also decided to use this year's wool, or the dirty wool, to put in the strawberry, between the strawberry plants. So thank you all for that tip that I've gotten from the YouTube channel. So here it is, waiting for me to plant the strawberries, and then I'm gonna put, I don't know, a layer of about 5 centimeters maybe, and we will see if that works. They say it should keep the moist in the earth and keep the weed from growing, so that should be exciting to see. I don't know if you can see it, but it starts to be green out on the fields. So soon it's time to let the sheep roam free again.
Ja. I don't really understand what they are talking about when they say it's hard to become a parent. Okay, I was joking.
Really? It's a challenge.
Yeah, I have no idea how we can find the time to do everything we have planned for.
I think we're gonna add a few years on our timeline here. We didn't have a timeline, but
So it takes me several days to make these videos, just the editing part. And this month has been really hard to find the time to sit down and work. It's always something that needs to be done outside, and when the weather is nice, it's really hard to find time to sit down in front of the computer.
but this month has not been so good weather, so
No, but either way we have been outside working every day. And this boy demands attention.
So one of us is always occupied,
More or less.
more or less.
A few hours every now and then he has been sleeping for himself in the bed or in the wagon or carrier, or I don't know what the English term for.
A cot with wheels. No. But now he have a period where he has not slept at all. So only at night. So it has been hard to do something else. But yesterday we at least started with the sheep hides. So 2 is halfway done.
Of how many?
8. Or 9. 9.
And besides all the work with the homestead and the animals and everything, the building projects, we have also started a company, or ett eget företag. I don't know how to say it. A business. Yeah. So we can maybe legally sell stuff.
If you want to.
We have some plans on doing some handicrafts, like woodworking and
The sheep
and the
hides.
sheep skins. Yeah.
So someday, hopefully, we will get there. But we have nothing yet. But now we have the business, so maybe.
Yeah, the papers, the paperwork and everything. Vad ska du vara mera med? Ska du vara mera mat?
So now we have to figure out how to do the books and the
Bookkeeping.
and
None of us are bureaucrats anywhere, so
paper makes me sad. If they're not in a book.
fantasy novel.
Fantasy novel book, yeah. Hey baby. Hey.
Det går inte alls. Vill inte sitta här nu med mig? Det ska vara lite mera bröst.
Hey baby boy. Nämen!
I guess you saw now when I was bicycling with Malva how the state of the forest looks like outside our place here. Most of the land here is owned by big forestry companies, so there is no forest left. That's a really sad situation. I have tried to not show it as much in the videos because it makes me sad and it's not so fun to show, and but it's necessary, I guess, and I have planned and have had thoughts in my head for a long time that I'm gonna make a video about the situation in the forests in Sweden, or how to call it. There is not much forest left. There's lots of trees but no forest, and that, I guess, is the topic. There is a big difference between a
forest and a plantation.
Yeah.
Some of you have asked how much Ivar is going to be in the videos, and
and how we have discussed, how the discussion between us has gone.
So we have talked about it a little, but not much. But he's a big part of our lives here, and so he's gonna be showing here and there in the videos, because he will be with us all the time, and we will continue our work here and our projects, so you will see him in the future too. It's hard to exclude him totally from the...
Yeah. I guess that's a topic that other people that makes these kind of videos have discussed as well, and some choose to not show their children, but I don't know. It's a
hard part to not have in the videos also.
I really want to capture a lot of video of him just for our own sake as well, so I guess he's gonna be showing in the vlog. We hope he will be glad for it when
someday.
He gets older. Someday. So I hope all of you are well in these strange times, and I guess this is it for this video.
So thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Nu ska vi gå och sova. Nu ska vi sova.
Jag ska jobba.
Ja.
Ja, kanske sova hela natten nu då. Och vaken nästan hela dagen.
Sov ju 6 timmar i natt. Eller gjorde han det? Ja. 2 eller 10 till 4.
Jag har en massa bilder på din ögon. Ja, du ska sova. Du ska sova. Gå och sova med mamma din. Ja. Vad är mysak där? Mysak.
Imorgon är det sista maj.
Jag hoppas vi får det här och funkar då. Ja.
Har Ivar gjort någonting?
Sov i 6 timmar.